Hello and welcome to LearningEngineer.com, where we engineer learning for efficiency. My name is Michael Langdon, and today what I would like to do is show you how to create a preloader for your slideshow with Easel.js. And what this means is, let me demonstrate what I mean by this by simply running this. And you can see it gives you a loading and it shows you the percent that it's loaded. Okay, so this is what I'm going to show you how to do. You see these lots of times, and of course then this loads. This is very easy to do in Easel.js and Create.js. In fact, what you're using is Preload.js, which comes with Create.js. Now, of course, to begin with, we have our script, which tells us to load Create.js. And I use the web one because that's going to be the latest one. And the key things here are the queue. Okay, so we have a var queue, and that's there. And then we have our queue down here. Okay, it creates the queue. Then we install the sound plugin with the queue. And then what we need to do is we need to add an event listener, and this one, all we have to do is call progress. And this is really what makes it easy, because progress returns a number between 0 and 1, reflecting basically a percent. So that's this right here. Okay. Now we also have an add event listener for the queue to tell us when it's complete, so then we can just load what we're loading. And then, of course, all of this is what we're loading. So these are all the audio files and the image files that we're loading into it. So when we come down here, so this right here is the function that we're calling as it progresses. Okay, so then this is the function, the load progress function. Here's your event. Okay, so we're just doing a text. So text load, create new text. This is the font, the size, the color, the text. So this is the important part here, right here, the text. So here we have the loading part. And then we add that to math round, so this is going to round our number. But first, in parentheses, what we're going to do is we're simply going to multiply 100 times q.progress. So this is really the key right here. This little q.progress, when this returns the number, it returns it telling us how much it has progressed. So it's so simple to do. I mean, you don't really have to do much of anything except load that. So we add this to this, and then we're going to add a little percent symbol to that. Then, of course, I added a shadow. I get the measurement, so that basically what we want to do is we want to put it in the middle of the page. And then we text load the x, which is going to use this number that gives us the width, and it divides it, and it centers it, basically. And then we put it at y position, which is the vertical position. And then what we have to do is every time we do this, before we add the new progress, we have to remove all the previous stuff. So we're going to remove all the children. If we didn't remove this, they would just simply stack up on one another and it would become illegible. So I can actually show you what that would look like if we don't remove them. So let's take a look at that quick. And you can see they're basically stacking up on top of one another. So we really don't want that. We want it to basically remove them every time, so it looks much better. So it looks like this. Oops, no, I can't do that because I have to fix it first. So now it looks like this, which is what it should look like. Okay. So then we have to remove them, and then we add it to the stage, and then we of course have to update our stage. So this is all it has to do. This is all that our preloader requires, is this here and this here. And really the key to this is this q progress right here. That returns the percent number, returns a number between 0 and 1. So a point, which is why I'm multiplying it by 100, and then adding the percent symbol. Okay, and that's it. For this is the preloader. Remember, you have to load the queue though. You have to do all this stuff with your queue. You have to have a manifest. Otherwise, there's nothing to load. Okay? And so it's going to load all of that first before it actually goes into our slideshow, so that when you're running the slideshow, you don't have to wait for slides to come up and you don't have to wait for audio. It's all there already. So this is LearningEngineer.com, how to create a simple progress loader in Create.js, JavaScript, HTML5. Have a great day.